Old Uncle Donkey.
Chief Donkey.
Hello everybody, welcome back, youtube.com/Geek Aloud. My apologies first and foremost, there's no webcam here today. I apologise, I fought with it, but it won. So there won't be a webcam, but I am joined by Bully. Sir, how are you doing today, mate?
Very good, mate. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. And to everyone out there on the stream, we've got a special guest with us today, Surf the Void, or Zach himself. How you doing, Zach? Welcome to Geek Aloud, mate.
Thank you. Thank you for the invite. Glad to be here.
Perfect, mate. Now, I can't remember the hour differential, but do you recall how many hours experience on the field do you have over me? A couple of thousand, was it?
I just checked in my game stats on the PlayStation. It says 1,200.
Whoa! Tip of the cap to you, sir. So obviously. Oh, sorry, go.
It's just over 50 days.
That's
I gotcha.
Very impressive, mate. I think I'm sitting somewhere about 3.5 days into it. So there's a lot you can teach me, mate. Obviously, you're coming in to share your skills with us today, and thank you very much for that. We've got a list of very basic questions here, but over to you, Zach. What is the first thing you think we should know about this game?
Well, you're in silver, which it's pretty close to the bottom. So...
Oh yeah, mate. Treat me like I'm a noob. Really, start from the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, for you, most of it is just getting used to hitting the ball. You know, it's just getting consistent with your control and being able to adapt when it's coming at you and things like that. If you can't control the ball, then you're out of luck most of the time.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Now, I don't know, but it seems as though that's flicking between the ball cam, like turn the ball cam on and off, is a pro move. I guess it's for situational awareness. Can you explain to me at all how the camera comes in, like flicking Y or triangle, how that is part of the elite play? How does that all work?
Well, for me, I'm almost always in ball cam, just because most of the time what the ball is doing is the most important thing. Mm-hmm. But say, you know, the ball is in the other team's hand and you're going back for a corner boost, then you would be able to flip it off, see where you're going, and then, you know, maybe flick the camera with a stick rather than the ball cam to know where the ball is.
Yeah, okay. So you'd use it pretty frequently then, but only for short bursts?
Yeah, because they say that like doing flicks and stuff like that is easier with ball cam off, but I find that not to work for me. So most of the time, it just works to keep it on.
Mm-hmm. That is typically how I play, but I had no idea if it was the correct method or not. And I don't know if it's true. I feel like I can be like maybe 10% more accurate if just before I make contact with the ball, I flick it off. Like, you know, I don't know what it's called when ball cam's not off. Default cam, locked cam, whatever it's called.
I just never called it anything.
But yeah, so I don't know if there's any merit to that, but I feel like occasionally I can just angle the shot a bit better if I flick off ball cam, just as I make contact. But I could be dreaming. Bully, do you experiment with the camera at all, mate?
I'm just having a go at it now. I've never used the actual ball cam, never flicked onto it, never used it like as a set camera, but I'm just having a go at it now. It's making it a lot easier for me to just track where everything is, to be honest with you. So it's probably something I will look at, if not the whole time, at least flicking it on and off a bit more, I think, is pretty useful, I reckon.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Sorry, Zach, what was tip number 2? What's the second most basic thing we need?
Well, I mean, using ball cam is pretty important.
Yeah, mate, we've got to boil it down for us. Give us the fundamentals, please.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not using ball cam, then you're just completely lost where you're going. I don't know how you're able to do that without using it. Because it just centers like where you are on the field compared to the ball. So, because otherwise you're just kind of driving around, only looking in front of you. You never really look behind you, which is, of course, important.
Ooh, would this be a good moment to discuss the what your settings are for the camera, like the field of view sliders and everything? Do you have sort of any recommendations there?
Yeah, I actually watched a little bit of your last video, and I'm kind of looking at you on the stream over here. You've changed your settings. I can tell that.
I always maximize the field of view when I can. I think that's all I did though.
Yeah, so you're not on default, which is good. Yeah, my field of view is at 110, which is max. That's good. I have the distance pulled out a little bit.
When you say pulled out, what sort of number are you talking about? Sorry.
280. Yeah, I'm kind of looking back and forth between our numbers here. You're actually pretty much what I'm at.
Cool. All right, then I'll lock these ones in. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, my angle is at 3, which I think is why you're looking a little low.
When you say 3, negative 3, I take it?
Yeah, negative. Yeah, okay, I see it. Yeah, you're looking like a little bit up, when I think that kind of skews your angle a little bit. Compared where the ball will be going compared to where your car is. I think it kind of makes it a little annoying.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out. Is there any other settings I should flick while we're in this area?
No, your camera settings are good.
All right, cool.
I mean, you have camera shake on. Oh no, you don't.
No, I turned that off, but I only turned that off yesterday, I think. So if you're watching a stream from 3 days ago, it would have been still on.
Yeah, camera shake is abysmal. I cannot stand it. It's so annoying. It messes me up so much. So it's good that you turn that off. No, your camera settings are actually good. So that's perfect. Pretty neat.
My number one question for you, this is the top of my list. I've been watching some videos on YouTube trying to wrap my head around it, but they talk about the rotation. They're always banging on about the rotation. My question is like the rotation on the field, can you just map out for me with your car? Like, what are those? I assume it appears to be always like 3 set positions. So would there be sort of...
You're talking about a 3v3?
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I should have prefaced that. That's all I play is 3v3. Everything I'm referring to is in reference to 3v3 standards, yes.
Okay, gotcha. So all rotating, I mean with a boot, kind of rude. All rotating really is, you pretty much always want to have one person back, in your half of the field defending. There's really never any need for there to be 3 people going forward for an attack.
Okay.
Because that just leaves you too wide open, and most of the time you'll have the other 3 people, your opponent, defending at once. So that just leaves you open to getting countered really easy. So you'll pretty much always want to have one person back. And, there's variance in everything depending on the situation.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
And actually, in my example 1 drawing...
Oh, wait, I can hit a button. It's on screen right now. Please continue.
So, it should be the one that has the line going up the middle of the field and 1 and 2 on either side.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, so... The way I like to look at things, I mean, usually I play 2s, so this is kind of more drawn out for that, but
sure,
you really don't want to be on the same side of the field as your teammate, because then you're just crowding too much and there's not really enough room for you.
Okay.
Really, you can imagine the third person being back and then the 2 going forward. You'll want to kind of move with your teammate to where you can be open to receive the ball, because they're going to be cutting, towards your side for shots and passes. So you'll kind of move with them. If you need to pull out, then because the play isn't on, then you'll move back, and the person in net, since they're already facing that way, they can move forward and pretty much take your spot. But, you know, going in like a defensive way rather than an attack while you're getting back.
Yeah.
That making sense?
Yeah, it does. And what is the driving factor for rotation? Like, is it just the movement of the ball? Like, as it crosses the halfway line, you rotate? Is that like the rule of thumb, or?
Yes and no. It's where the ball is definitely important, because pretty much where the ball is influences where the play is going.
Yeah.
So, you know, whether say you're on the number 1 side, your teammate has the ball on number 2. Mm-hmm. You're going up with him, and say, you know, he gets into trouble. The defender, he's coming at the ball, and he's getting 50'd on it, and it's.
Sorry, he's getting 50'd, did you say? I don't know what 50'd means.
When you're both going for when like you and an opponent are going for the ball, and it's just like a...
Oh, is it like 50-50 odds sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the odds can be whatever they are in any given chance, but typically it's called just a 50.
Okay.
Because it can just kind of bounce out either direction.
Sure.
Like, kind of like that. That was a 50 with bully there. But that's when you would say, okay, this attack isn't on. I need to turn back, rotate around with my teammate who's already in net, and then he's ready to move forward and go at the ball.
And is that
direction.
Is it always a clockwise rotation, for example? When you rotate out, you always do it clockwise?
You'll want to try and keep it in a consistent direction, just to make sure you're staying out of the way of your teammates.
Yeah.
And you never want to get too close to them, but that's also just kind of when you have to look around and see, okay, where's teammate number 1? Where's teammate number 2? Where are they moving to? Where's the ball coming from? Am I supposed to be going for the ball at this current time? No, then I'll move, you know, away from the ball, away from my teammates, and give them the space to...
Yeah, sure. Yes. Oh, there's so much I need to learn. All right, sorry, Zach, what's the next tip you've got for us, mate?
I mean, not crowding your teammates. You know, that's kind of what I got onto at the end there. Your teammates need space. It's not a big field. It's a really large ball. Your car is as big as the ball, pretty much. You need to give your teammates space and kind of be able to look at the situation and read where you need to be in comparison to them. And where you need to be is like 95% of the time not on top of your teammates.
Yeah, yes. Like, I realise now, looking at a couple of videos recently, how poorly I've been doing that stuff. And the other one I noticed is I'm blanking on the term now, but the guy who takes way more boost than he needs.
Yeah, boost hogging. Yeah,
boost hogging. There you go. That was it.
Yeah, you definitely want to make sure you're not taking it when your teammate could be using it. You know, on a rotation when they need to come forward and they're boosting up to get there and you're trapping back, you don't need to take the mid boost when they could be using it to get into where they need to go, you know?
Sure, and there's no way to know how much boost your players have got other than audible communication, is there? Like, there's no on-screen indicator for your teammates' boost level.
Yeah, you'll need to communicate to be sure, but, you know, depending on how much you're paying attention, you could also just kind of count in your head, like, my teammate boosted for like 4 seconds here, so he's probably, you know, pretty close to empty, or, he just kind of boosted up for this aerial, he probably has maybe 70, 60. You can learn to kind of count it. So
yeah,
who needs it.
I think I'm terrible at counting it now because I've never really thought about it before. But as you're saying it, I'm like, I couldn't even eyeball 100% and go like, he'd definitely be empty from 100 now. Like, I really have to learn a lot about the visual communication on screen, I think.
Yeah. A helpful thing to kind of keep track of so you're not stealing like too much boost is I pretty rarely, unless I'm on 0, I pretty rarely go for the corner boost to get to 100. Most of the time, I'm just driving over the little small ones in the middle, which obviously it gives you less boost, but there's a lot more of them, and you can, on a rotation from pretty much the opponent's goal back to your goal, you can get about full just from small pads.
All right,
so
how about this?
Could we? Really important.
Could we set up, like, tell me where to be, tell Bully where to be, and just show us like what positioning one rotation would look like? I don't know. Would it make more sense if you were also on the orange team? Is that something you can just flick over to the orange team for the sake of this demonstration?
Sure, why not? So, I mean, I guess, Bully, you can hang back here. Yep, you already know where you're going. Of course, I can't drag the ball, shouldn't I? That's unfortunate, but...
It's all good.
And I'll just... Yeah, I can just kind of visualize it. So, typically the way I would like to be set up, you know, with the ball flying around everywhere and your opponents coming at you however they would want, it's not going to be like this. But common situation, you'll all be kind of back like this. Bully's already in net, so he would be able to just stay there, and he can kind of push up to mid if he needs, based on the situation. Just got to kind of read it, and, you know, I would be taking the ball this way, and then you would be...
And am I trying to match your position, or am I trying to be a little offset and back from you?
Yeah, depending on where the opponents would be, you could either go back, either stay back for, you know, me to cut it back to you, or you could be going a bit in front so that I could, you know...
Offer a target for you to
get it. Yeah, you know, wind up and kind of hit it past you, because if the space is completely open over there, you could be, you know, driving into this space to be taking it up the wall to get it back to me in the center.
Yeah.
I believe example 2 kind of has a picture of that.
Oh, let me hit. There's example 2 there.
I believe that's the one where it's kind of going into the corner. And
yeah, top right corner.
Yeah, so... Well, I guess it's more of example 4 would be clearing it out, but...
No, there it is. Example 4 on screen now.
Yeah, you know, you would have that space that you could clear out to that way, and it'll kind of pull the opponents out that way back to you, which means that now my space is open to run back around to get back in the center. Or if you have the time to shoot, then, you know, there's a green arrow, you have time to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I like to kind of set up for my teammates, because usually I'm not super great at carrying the ball up, to be completely honest with you. But being there to give them that option, rather than just letting them dribble by themselves and pretty much always just run into a brick wall, is always a really kind of solid teammate kind of move.
Yeah, right. And sorry, the widths we're talking about here, like both the orange cars, I assume they're kind of going up that inner line of boost pads, the small boost pads in the middle. Is that kind of the space between?
I would say the outer.
Oh, okay, right.
You know, like about where you are right now, because usually the ball isn't going to be traveling directly down the center. It's pretty much going to be going down the sides. So when it's going like that, that leaves you ample space on the outside to be able to move into your own space and be there as an option for a cross field kind of hit.
Sure. How much of this ties into real soccer? I know we spoke briefly about it yesterday. You said you've been playing soccer. Was it your whole life, I think? You've been playing many years for real soccer. My question is, how much overlap is there between the real soccer and this version?
Yeah, no, I've been playing since I was 4, and I'm 21 now, so it's been a while. Yeah, the same general concepts kind of apply. It's, moving for where your teammate can put the ball, and just always making yourself an option. Because, I'm on top of you like this, what are we going to do here?
Yeah.
But then you move out, you kind of make a curve, and now I'm out here, you can hit the ball to me, and I have a clear shot on goal here.
Oh, if I could aim, but yes, I see what you're saying. That's
and now I can bring it in myself. I can run it up the wall, and I can you can move back to the center. I can hit it down to you for a cross. The options just expand so much more when you're able to get your teammate involved.
Yeah, I can.
People. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, please, Zach, please go.
I should say, because too many people try and just play this game like it's a 1v3 with 2 other people that are the same color as you, and they're just kind of on the field at the same time.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Winning, yeah. Winning at these higher levels, it takes teamwork. And sometimes you can just, musky flick and ceiling shot your way to victory. But you watch these really high-level players, and they're always looking around. They're always looking where their teammates are, where they can move to, where they can move the ball, and stuff like that. So it's important to kind of think of it in that way. Like, where can I move myself to make myself useful to my teammates?
It's such an interesting idea. Obviously, I've got many months of practice to get that one. My next question for you is, how long would you say the goalie position, how would you hold the goalie position until you rotate out?
Just before you jump into that, I think you're getting a few comments about your lovely drawings there, Troy.
I've left them on screen and forgot to go back to play. Fair enough. No, I should let everyone know. This is Zach. Sorry, Zach, I'll put your super back up again. This is Zach, who is Surf the Void on Discord, PlayStation, and Xbox. Thank you very much for joining us today, sir. Giving us all the tips and providing his own graphics, which has been fantastic. Thank you, Zach.
Yeah, I can't draw.
No, mate, it's perfect. You're communicating the point perfectly, so I say you've done well. My next question. Oh, you're nailing it, mate. You're nailing it. My next question is, I only found out yesterday that the nice demo call-out was actually an abbreviation for demolition. I thought it was used as nice demo of your skills. Like if it was a nice shot, it was a nice demonstration. Clearly, I'm wrong on that one. My question is, what other things am I wrong on? Are there a bunch of obviously wrong interpretations?
I mean, what do you got?
Oh, I just mean sometimes you see in play like when people yell out they need boost, is that a result of me stealing all the boost, or does it mean something else?
When I use it, since 2015. They haven't had voice chat in the game, so all you could do is a little call outs. I always say that because I can't, verbally communicate. I just tell my teammates, hey, I have the ball in the corner here, and normally I'd be able to boost, fly up, and kind of hit it down to them, but I don't have any boost, so
right, yeah, sure.
Back, move, adjust for that.
Yeah, right. No, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And do you have any tips for me in timing shots when you're in goal? Like, what is there just a visual timing? Obviously, so much of it is experience, but if you've got any rules of thumb with what is your moment to break away from the goals and head on take on the opponent as they come towards your goals?
Yeah, it's a lot of experience.
I'm sure it is. I just didn't know if there was a general sort of tip.
Yeah. I mean, there's... Depending on how much space you have, there are kind of moments where you can see like what their plan is and like what they're going to do with their shot. And you just kind of have to know like, oh, this guy's trying to get it on top of his car to flick it. I can kind of move in on that and try to get there before he can get it up, or maybe he's kind of, you know, dangling on the side because he wants you to commit at it and he wants you to just kind of fly past it. Yeah, you just kind of have to look and think like, well, I can move this fast in this distance. Can I get to this ball in time? And yeah, it's just kind of knowing what people like to do and getting that experience.
Yeah, you know? Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
It's tough.
Oh, that question was, I've seen it a few times in Elite Play where they just appear to have the ball stuck on their roof and they drive it down the pitch. And I'm not talking about in one of these weird game modes, you know, with the spikes or whatever. But my question is, how are they pulling that off?
Man.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you know that look?
No, exactly what you mean. I see people do it in games all the time. It's just,
yeah.
I don't know. I try and do it, and it just kind of falls off my car.
But you obviously have fed, like your display of skill then was, you know, 100 versus my 1. You do it pretty well, I would suggest. If you're disappointed with that result, I'm surprised.
I am not the best technically. Like I cannot do any of this crazy nonsense that a lot of these people are doing. So I could not tell you. I mean,
well, that looked crazy to me. What you just did then, like, how did you just keep it sort of on your windscreen for a couple of ounces?
You just kind of have to. You can't just be driving full force all the time. You always have to be kind of feathering your gas, feathering the brake a little bit to kind of control where you're going. If you're just going full tilt all the time, then you're not controlling it. And kind of getting your angles like under the ball, stuff like that, because your car will always kind of slide underneath it and pop up.
Are you suggesting, like, are you talking about doing a small jump before it and then coming down at it, or?
No, like you're pushing it down the field and you kind of drive past it a little bit and you get underneath it, pop it up, and now you have it on your car.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe your first move in that scenario was a tiny, like, little jump, like dig down to bounce it up. I didn't even know how you were getting it up that way, but I just saw you do it there, which is pretty awesome. My next question was, it appears to me, sorry, I'm just going to park my car over here, but it seems as though a common bounce spot on offense is to hit the wall here, sort of where my car is. What is the objective when they're hitting it on there, when they're on attack? I mean, I get it if you're defending your own goal, like pouncing it off there, turning around and getting it down the pitch, but how is it an advantage when you're attacking goal to miss by sort of this much?
There's options that you can do, or that you can kind of use when you hit it in that specific spot. Like, trying to describe it from a silver standpoint isn't super helpful, but, you know, I could be taking it down the field, I can hit it into that wall, now I'm up here, and I can kind of pop it out to the middle.
Oh, I see. You're buying time for your teammates to get into position for when you pop it in.
Yeah, that's one, or you can kind of pinch it and get it across the center, like
Sorry,
that.
When you say pinch it, I assume that means something very specific, but I have no idea.
There's a thing you can do with the physics in this game called pinching.
Okay.
It's kind of tough, and it takes a lot of kind of, you know,
skill, practice
and experience.
Yeah.
it's a thing with the physics engine where you can, like, I don't know if you just saw me do that just now.
I just missed it. I flicked the 2 camera modes right as it happened. I'm sorry, I missed it. If I can get another one.
Nah, it's fine. It's when you're going, like, at a wall and you just hit the ball directly into the wall and it pinches it against the wall and it generates a lot of power.
Yeah, right.
So, and eventually with experience, you can come up to the wall here, pop it up, and that was really soft because I wasn't trying super hard, but you can pinch it out that way without having to try to angle your car.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
and all of this is under the presupposition that your teammate's going to be in that sort of over the other side of the field and coming into it.
Yeah, because you can always, you know, flick your camera with your right stick and see, like, oh, I'm going into this wall here. I can look to my left or almost directly behind me and see, like, oh, there's my teammate. I can either run it up the wall, kind of take it off, hit it down to give them time. I can hit it straight into the wall, back at them, where they're in a better position than I am.
Yes.
Like that.
And I suppose in that move, you'd typically pull 2 defenders up the wall with you, so your guy should be clear.
Yeah, people like to follow you pretty much everywhere because everyone wants the ball all this time, and you just need to kind of know how to use that. Yes,
this has been great. I think that's probably as many tips as I can. How about we jump into a real game, guys? Does that sound reasonable?
Works for me. I just hope my MMR doesn't do y'all too bad.
We'll see how it goes. We'll give it a crack. And if Aaron's still with us on the stream somewhere, mate, did you have any luck getting the... Hey, mate, how you doing?
I'm good.
Excellent, mate. Thanks for joining us. Now, were you at all able to find a way?
I couldn't find anything about it online, so I don't know.
That's frustrating, man. We'll have to Russian roulette it. Sorry, Bully, have I hit the wrong button again? And have you departed, mate, or are you still in our party?
He's still here.
Yeah, but it's what are we doing? You're in a match and Bully's in a match. I've done something wrong.
Oh, well, I can lead the game here.
I might set you as party leader and hopefully that'll stop me from doing crazy errors.
So do you need to invite me to the game?
Well, you can't invite your opponents. Or can we do something with the club match? Sorry, Zach, do you know if... if we go in... Oh, no, because they're all private, aren't they?
Club matches are... You can just do club matches against AI. I've never done a club match, I don't think.
Oh, well, a club match might be the ticket so we can get Aaron in and on the other team, I think.
What are you trying to do here?
Well, what I was hoping to do, mate, was just get into couple of online 3v3 games with you and have you sort of explain to us how you're playing so much better than we are as we go. Hopefully we can pick up a few tips off you, voice chat style.
Yeah, I mean, just wondering who this other person is, what you're trying to do with them.
Oh, sorry. My hope was that Aaron wanted to join in, but I can only play the 3v3 mode. My hope was that we could have him in the party or something and get him on the opponent's team in the casual playlists. I thought maybe, but it's fine. If we can't, we can't. It's no worries.
Yeah, that's not possible. I think you need to be in a private match to have someone else join. I had to guess.
Yes, I don't think it's going to be possible for us to orchestrate this one today, Aaron. My apologies. Zach, with you there as leader, mate, if you could queue us up for just a casual 3v3 match, I think that'd be the best option.
Yep, on it.
Perfect. And sorry, Bully, just double checking you've still got us there, man?
I do. I'm
Perfect.
joining now.
Excellent. Here we go.
Yeah, we'll kind of see how this one goes, and we'll see if I have to switch accounts here.
Oh,
So Troy, if I leave and then I don't know, next week or something, we'll try something else different. Or
Yeah, mate. Yep, absolutely.
I wasn't expecting this. Sorry, you didn't really like. It was a bit of a short notice. I didn't know that like everything was gonna.
No worries,
like,
mate. We'll clean it up next week. All right, Zach. What do you got for me, mate? What's the?
That's cool. All right, see you later.
See you, mate.
Well, first thing I immediately noticed, Bully, whenever you do a kickoff, you always boost into it. Just use your full boost. So,
Good or no good?
you weren't. Were you not boosting? It didn't look like you were.
Normally I do. I think I was just a bit slow off the mark.
Oh, okay, well, never mind then. I'm probably just seeing things. Okay, so what I would do here, one of you would kind of pull off to get boost. Usually I do the left side, but that's preference. Bully, that would be your hit right there. Sure. Okay, see now, see Bully, there you would be going forward because I'm already behind you and I can stay in goal. You hit the ball so you could take that up and follow it while I stay back and cover for you.
And then now, sorry, mate. As the ball comes back as it just did, would you rotate out and then I would be in goals, or do you stay in longer than that?
I was already here because I kind of flubbed that hit, so I'm just saying I'm back. So now this is kind of y'all's area to go up here. So now I'm going up, which means I'm coming out.
All right, I'll hang back, Bully. You go up on the right-hand side, man.
Yeah, so now Troy, you would be kind of pulling out. Yeah, that was right to come out because you did have that space. You're probably just a little kind of,
Slow.
Your direction your car was pointing, it didn't do you any favors. You always want to be pointing kind of towards the ball. So you're not, backing up and trying to rearrange at any given time. Following that. So you would just kind of...
Right. I'll take goal now. Is that right?
Yeah, move in behind me.
Yep.
You look up, Bully's up. I'm going into the ball. You rotate behind me.
So I go up and over to sort of 1 o'clock from there. Is that what you're saying?
Well, okay, we're moving so fast here, but you would kind of take that hit. I'm net here. I'm following this.
So should I automatically go to the opposite side of the field of view? As you run down, I should be on the other side, sort of, trying to keep parallel with you?
Yeah, if it's going down the center, it's kind of best to just stay behind me. Give me kind of space in case the ball bounces out and you're behind me.
Yeah, so coming over to your left-hand side of the pitch, or do you just mean stay on the right-hand side but back a bit?
Yeah, just kind of back a bit.
Sure.
Because there's no real space for you to find when I'm going down the middle. You just kind of have to hope you can get by the opponent.
Once again, coming back to that skill and experience.
Yeah, it's all just reading the game. So now, Bully, you can push up if I'm in net. I'm winning that. Yep, Bully, you're there. So I run with that?
Oh, under it.
Yeah, see, for me personally, I can always excuse someone being, quote unquote bad, because I'm certainly not the best in the world, so I can't complain to anybody. But, if you're positioned well, then that's 50% of the battle. So
a lot of skill and practice required, clearly. Now, here, would I just sort of start left and let you take it up the middle?
It just kind of depends on where it's going. See, now we're both rotated, which is fine. Never an issue to have two people on defense. Not getting scored on is very important.
Oh, that was one of those pinches, was it?
Yeah, he pinched it in there. I'm gonna follow that. I'm just kind of on my own here. You just kind of hang back, and now I'm taking it up the wall. I have no boost. If I had boost, I would have got at the bully there.
Oh, no, terrible. Too far up the pitch. Wow, I really went up the pitch and didn't fall back at all. Whoops.
No, I mean, you were there for the 50, and there's nothing wrong with that. It just kind of got past you.
Oh, that was the other one. What is the correct method for, like, you see people do like a little car movement, a shimmy, I don't know what to call it, just before they hit sometimes? Now, is that like a pro-level technique? What's going on there? Can you explain it at all?
Like shimmy?
Yeah, like the car just kind of, I guess maybe, like, it's like they wait for the last possible second and then just give it one squirt of boost, and the car just sort of rockets, like 10 degrees off axis sort of thing. I don't know if I'm making this clear at all, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, unless you're saying, like you're kind of moving around it to get a little distance off it to generate power?
Oh, maybe. I could see that.
Maybe. Because, I mean, when you're going up to the ball, there's always going to be your last little kind of adjustment when you get to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just kind of knowing how you need to hit it in a certain situation. But I don't know exactly.
I've had a pretty extensive look at the what do you call them? The training drills, and I found there was the I'm blanking on the name of it, but like you can user-created drills that are uploaded and then available. I couldn't find any user-uploaded drills about the rotation thing. So, is it not possible to train for a rotation?
No, unless you're on like PC and you can find like a mod, because that would require like an AI.
Yeah, right.
Go.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Cool. We're all in. Excellent. And then is there obviously there are random placements here at the start, but is there any general rules, like car closest to the ball is the car that goes for it by default sort of thing?
Yeah, the way I like to do it and the way people typically kind of do it is if you're the closest to it, obviously you're gonna be going for it. Like if someone's in goal and the other car is in the middle of the field like this, the car out in the field is always going to be closer to it. So they would always go in that situation. And if two of them are out on the field and one is in goal, I always do the left car.
Okay.
And that's typically what everyone just kind of subconsciously agreed on.
That's funny. I'm sure that is a thing, but I've never looked for it. I've never known it was a thing to even, look for or watch out for. So that's funny.
Yeah, that was kind of something that just kind of started a long time ago, and people usually just kind of took to it. Texting someone here. They're coming to my apartment soon.
Oh, sorry, bully. That's once again, I need that field awareness. Whoa, there's some lag. Oh, how is this game for you?
I'm sorry?
Sorry, Zach, it just occurred to me that you're in America and I usually play with people, in the same country at least. How is this game for you? Is it horribly laggy?
No, we're on my servers, so y'all are going to be laggy. Yeah, I realized that. I saw your ping. I was like, oh yeah, we're probably on US East.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're typically on the Asia servers.
Yeah. See, okay, right there was a good example of, bullying, or whoever that was in the center that just hit the ball. that was a good example of the play is kind of not working out. The ball's getting taken away. Two of us are up. Whoever was in goal there would start moving forward to take the space of the person not on the ball, you know?
Yeah, yep.
So that would have been a good example of when the person in goal would rotate up with the person rotating back and to kind of take their place.
Yeah, right. Now, do you have a set team? Like, do you have a couple of blokes that you always play with, that you've been playing with for years, and so much of the game then would be unspoken? Like, you just can preempt each other?
Jeez, I wish. I mean, all my friends I played this with when it first came out and stuff, they just decided, this is too hard. I'm just not going to bother.
Yeah.
So they all left me. And
oh no,
people are so touchy on this game. You lose one game after playing really well together, and they're just like, well, toss it, who cares? No, I wish I did. I've played with randoms that we just have that kind of connection, and then you lose one game and they say, oh, well, we lost, so this is over, and then they just disappear.
Yeah, well, I feel like I'm never getting in that situation just because there are so many of the fundamentals I'm missing. So I really need to up my game is what I'm discovering. But we knew that already. Oh, and did you have any tips with the power slide? I really enjoy doing the power slides, but is there any specific instances where you must always be power sliding sort of thing?
Yeah, I power slide constantly. Just because usually it's the quickest way to kind of adjust yourself when you're going at speed and you need to change quickly.
And are you talking sort of there about a 45 degree shift left, or are you talking way small increments, 10 degrees or something?
Yeah, probably between about 10 and 45.
Okay, sure.
Because if you're making a super big turn, then you're probably just gonna make that turn normally. Mm-hmm. Or if you're doing a 180, then you'd be you're not gonna understand it, but you'd be half flipping to that, and that's just gonna get kind of over your head. But yeah, power sliding is good. For literally just now, I power slid to kind of change where I was going to get to that ball.
Yeah, I think it sounds like I'm just using it in the wrong situations. I'd wait till I needed a 90-degree turn or greater before I'd worry about power sliding. But if you're power sliding, on really loose angles, that's amazing to me. It must be a totally different feel.
Yeah, because outright there, I'm going into the goal, the ball, and then the ball starts coming at me. I power slide to kind of turn and move to where I'm facing the ball. Because if I tried, you can make kind of sharp turns. It's really more what it's for, actually, now that I kind of think about it. If you're just regular turning, you're taking these wide angles, but if you need to make kind of a sharp turn in a small area, then you would power slide into it. So you're just kind of rotating your car rather than turning and moving.
Yeah, I'm with you.
We're also getting our ass kicked because I'm more talking than
It's so hard to stream a game and actually play with any skill. So much of your faculties has to go to many other features that you're not normally worried about when you're gaming. It's always remarkable to me how different it is on air.
Yeah, let's use that excuse for me missing that one.
Oh no, I would never blame you, Billy. Don't worry. You're doing your best all the time.
Oh, sorry, I'm in totally the wrong spot there. Allow me to get out of the way.
You know.
Oh, There is no way, and I'll keep looking it up, but I'll ask, just because you're here, Zach, there's no way to make me always on the orange team, is there?
No.
Like, I know you can override default colours or insist on default colours or whatever for your teammates and oppositions. But, man, it'd be so much easier for me if I was always just on the one team, colour-wise.
Yeah, no, there's no way to do that. You can change your, like your color-blind options, I don't know.
Yeah,
I've random.
Tweaked around with that. What's your longest amount of time with it in the air after time's gone full there? Zach, have you ever had like an epic one where you brought it the whole way down the field to score a goal or anything?
I mean, I've had ones that it kept alive for maybe like a minute. People just keep hitting it out over and over again.
That's crazy for me to hear. Like, I think the longest I've seen is maybe 10 seconds. I can't believe there's a whole minute of play for some people. That's crazy.
Yeah, people will just keep hitting it on the wall and they'll keep sliding around. You know what? My internet is probably better than yours.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we can try going on your servers so you're not.
Oh, and I misspoke before. I think I said the Asia servers, but Oceanic is actually our closest server center.
Okay. Let's see here. Regions. Yeah, let's try Oceania. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how mine goes here.
You might get an extra 120 or 150 on your ping, I'd reckon. Are you fiber?
No. I'm just on a regular modem here, or router.
Mm-hmm.
Always get the wording confused, but no. We don't have fiber out in the middle of nowhere where I live.
I'm under such a misconception. I feel like all of America has the world's best internet available everywhere.
No, in Houston, where I'm from, in like a big metropolitan area, yeah, there would be fiber out there. Uh-huh. But now that I live out in the Midwest in a town or a city of 200,000 people compared to 8 million where I'm from,
yeah, right,
there's not much.
How are you finding the slower lifestyle?
It's pleasant, I guess would be the word I would use. It's pleasant.
I'll take pleasant.
No traffic.
Yeah, that's got to be good.
No traffic ever. You can say, "Oh, I need to be somewhere in 30 minutes," and you can leave 30 minutes from where you need to go.
That was amazing. Oh, I don't even know how you can preempt that stuff. All right, I'll fall back, guys. Go for it, bully. Let's see what you got, mate.
I'm on 220.
Oh, no. I could see that coming in fast. Like, there is no way I'm getting there. What is my quickest way to move the car left, for example? Like, is it a slight boost and a tap of the, square button, I want to say?
Yeah, in that situation, you're just kind of out of position.
So it's the angle of my nose with respect to the ball, you're saying? Was it off?
Yeah, because the fastest you're going to get anywhere is a straight line. Mm-hmm. And you pretty much want to be aligned with where the ball is, if not kind of to the side. You never want to be, obviously, facing away or facing kind of like almost perpendicular. Mm-hmm. You always want to either be parallel so you can move across to where it'll be going, or straight at it so you can be there to, move directly at it.
Oh, no.
No, I should have had that.
Not you at all, mate. I'm just looking at me. I'm like, I don't even think I'm in a position. I'm just sitting there.
Yeah, you're kind of just driving around.
Yeah, I need...
around you and nobody was back.
Yes, I need much more situational awareness.
You know, we could also take like a replay of a game, and it might be easier to kind of critique that way rather than
yeah. That's a good idea, man. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, kind of watch to where everyone is at any given time during the game.
If you save a replay in Rocket League, can you like pause it but then rotate the camera around the field while everyone's paused? Is that a thing?
Yeah. You can free look the camera.
Yeah. So you can pause the play, free look the camera around and be like, see, like you're here, but you should have been over here, sort of thing. That is probably the best way. Yeah. The problem is, though, we need to be seeing your screen, not mine. Although I can just follow you around, I suppose. We could definitely make this work on a future stream, I think. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue. Unless I, shared my screen or something.
Oh, yes. Yeah, maybe like a little Google meeting action, maybe?
I don't know how that would work for you.
Yeah, well, as long as it's a URL, I can, pick it up, whatever the window is, and put it in. Oh, my gosh. Speaking of putting it in, look at this bloke. Oh, boom. Man, I'm a spectator on the field at this point. I got no idea. I think there's officially too much going on, I think, in my head. I'm trying to think of all the 80 awesome tips you've given us, Zach, and I'm just being overwhelmed, I think, to be honest. All right, so if I try and follow you up the field on the other side.
This is why I don't play threes typically.
Isn't that funny? I cannot even wrap my head around when there's a different number of cars.
No, I don't like threes because too much of it is just kind of watching.
Yeah, right. What's your default mode?
I play twos.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I play. You've got a lot more going on with yourself. And I feel like that's kind of the best way to improve. Oh, you almost had it.
Almost.
That's the best way to improve, in my opinion, because it's a lot more of like, what's my one teammate doing and what can I do to be there for him? And you're on the ball more, so
your skills will improve quicker. Yeah. Makes perfect sense, man. You've sold me on it. I'll try and move to twos and understand it.
It's too chaotic for me.
Four is just absolute lunacy.
Yeah, it's called standard, so it's not typically what they do in tournaments and stuff, but I can't do it personally.
Oh, boom, you nailed it.
There you go.
Oh, I did not even see their guy in goal, that he was coming straight at me. Until it was too late, that is. Oh, nice. I think we're going to pop it in off above our net for a second there.
Going there.
Oh, yeah, it would be rough for you, man.
Yeah.
That's all right, 36 seconds left of the match.
So.
Pardon?
This is what y'all were playing with before, so...
Yes. But, yeah, man, this is just unfortunate. 22 seconds left.
Around it.
That missed bloke was pretty good at parking it on his bonnet and getting halfway down the field. Or is Mr. Bot... Oh, I thought I was going to be able to pop it up then. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. That will do us for today's stream. Big thank you to our trainer, Zach. Thanks, buddy. I can't express my gratitude enough for spending the time here today with us and giving the skills. And I apologize for our very fundamental questions.
No, I mean, you got to start somewhere, you know? I mean, you can't just jump into 50 days of knowledge right off the bat. So,
yes.
Yeah, I'm happy to help. Maybe we can talk again off camera, kind of get more of a structure going, so I'm not just kind of riffing here. And
Yeah, well,
do this again some other time.
It sounds awesome. Thank you so much, Zach. I really appreciate it. Bully, of course, buddy. Thank you for coming in and helping fill out the side, mate.
Thank you very much. And Zach, thank you. But I think you've just put paid to any thoughts I had of going pro on this. So thank you very much.
Oh, that has had the opposite effect, Bully. It's fired me right up.
Oh, it's shown me how much of a hole I am in to start with and how far I am behind, I think.
Oh, I see. Yeah, right. Oh, I just look at that distance, though, and enjoy the concept of closing it. But that will do it for today. Thank you very much for watching. There will be a Let's Install, if I can get the camera working, up later today. But other than that, Bully, of course. Oh, well, I actually don't know. Bully, will you be with us on Tuesday night for GA, my friend?
Might not be this Tuesday, but I should be back the week after.
No worries. All right, well, Bully, take it easy, mate. Look forward to the next time you can appear. You're always welcome, sir. As for you, Zach, you're always welcome as well. Please come back any time. For all the people in the YouTube chat, specifically Sean Games moderating, beautiful job in there. Thank you, guys. That's it for this stream. What else can you do with Geek Aloud? Like it, subscribe it. You'll never miss it.
Oh, that was luck. Hey, that's something. I love everything about it. Ooh.
Players play.
Old Uncle Donkey. Donkey.